Hello everyone, Professor Phillips here. Welcome to Module 2 of the Business Data Analytics. Now in Module 1, we established the foundational groundwork on how modern organizations compete in the information age. But a brilliant strategy means absolutely nothing if a company cannot execute it. So this week, we will shift our focus from high-level strategy to real-world execution. We're going to study the strategic initiatives and look at how businesses design, manage, and transform their work through business process redesign and enterprise systems like ERP, CRM, and supply chain management. More importantly, we're going to look at how organizations prove the strategy is working by utilizing performance metrics, dashboards, critical success factors, or CSFs, and key performance indicators, or KPIs. Now, Module 2 consists of about 117.5 total points and represents an estimated about 6.5 to 6.75 hours of dedicated focus time. So to set yourself up for success, you must complete your assignments in a pretty specific order. We're going to do the video lectures, which should take you about 90 minutes. Make sure you take those meticulous notes. You can use them directly on your exam. We will cover the evolution of data analytics, the alignment of people, processes, and technology. And then we're going to dive into how metrics dictate performance. Then you got your textbook readings, which is chapters 3 and 4 in your ebook. They take about 2 hours. Remember, in the golden rule from last week, chunk your readings, break it into 20 to 30-minute blocks so you actually retain the core vocabulary and the frameworks. Your case study is about 50 points. This week's case is titled the AI Transition Manager, AI and Job Displacement. It's a pretty big heavy hitter on things that are going to be impacting you as you leave college and actually enter the workforce. Then we have our Power BI project milestone, 10 points. You'll complete the checkpoint 2. It's going to be clean and relatable. And then your module exam, which is 25 points, 60-minute assessment, testing both concepts and applications from chapter 3, 4, your lectures, and your assignments. And remember that from your exams, you are using that Proctor software, Lockdown Browser, I think it is. So you will need to install that on your software or on your computer system. Make sure you're running the proctored software. It does record your screen for the modules 1 through 8. We're not recording face, just screen, making sure that you're not going to other things, and you will be in a lockdown environment. Now, let's talk about what to expect from your 2 major application deliverables this week. First, we have our case study. Instead of writing a genetic essay about what AI might do in the future, you're going to simulate a real-world crisis. In part 1, you will run a personal career stress test by taking a 5-year job posting and auditing what core responsibilities a generative AI tool could do right now. In part 2, you'll step into the gray zone role play as an HR director at a mid-sized marketing agency where the CEO is implementing an AI tool that requires laying off 30% of the creative team to keep the business from bankruptcy. You must write a strategic transition memo to the surviving staff that maintains the company's humanity and proposes a specific reskilling initiative. And then you'll wrap up by analyzing real-world tech layoffs and diving into the ethical significance of AI hitting high-learning, white-collar roles harder than low-earning positions. Now, next, you will push forward on your case study and your semester-long dashboard projects with your Power BI project, checkpoint 2. Following your video tutorial from the Power Query editor and loading up the Apocalypse dataset to clean and transform some of that messy data. You must use your Power Query to standardize at least 3 of those fields, correct headers, set proper data types, and establish that relationship connections in the model views. Finally, you'll add a slicer and updated KPI card to your layouts. Remember, you must submit your updated PBIX file alongside any required screenshots of your report page. Now, let's revisit a few of those critical policy safeguards. Make sure you pay close attention to your specific course calendar. If you're in the accelerated 8-week course, Module 2 is due at the end of week 2. If you're in a traditional 16-week course, Module 2 is due at the end of week 4. Regardless of your track, the hard deadline is always Friday at exactly 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So late work is not accepted under any circumstance and will receive an automatic 0. So don't rely on Blackboard allowing an upload at 5:01 p.m. If it uploads at 5:01, it will be counted as a 0. For your case study, you must copy and paste your text directly into the discussion board form. If you only attach a Word document to the plagiarizing piece, or you attach the Word document to the discussion board instead of pasting your text, that is a 0. It's automatic. If no one can read your text, no one can comment on it, which means you haven't done the assignment. Now, as a reminder, grades are based entirely on correctness and your ability to apply to those frameworks professionally, not on effort alone. Outstanding work is required to earn that A, and there's absolutely no curves or end-of-term bonus points. So earn those points right now as you're working on it and turn in good quality work that I know you're capable of. Guys, if you have questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Otherwise, jump in. I will see you in your work and have it enjoy and learn a couple of new things. Bye, guys.